Hello everyone in YouTube land. Welcome. Jam and Jerry here doing another vaping video for you. And this time we're going to be looking at a new tank. This, not sent to me by anyone, purchased by myself. Let's see, can you see it hopefully? There you go, I hope you can. With the vaping band on it. This is the Crown 4 tank, purchased at Vape Wild for $28 and change, obviously plus tax or shipping or both, whatever the case may be. Actually, for me, I don't pay shipping because I'm an AF member, so there you go. Let's go ahead and take a hit on it. I'm currently using one of the coils that it comes with. It's a stainless steel. I don't remember the number, but it's one of the. As a matter of fact, it's the coil that is pre-installed in the tank. Currently set. You won't believe me if I tell you, because we'll discuss the wattage recommendation in a moment. But currently set. If you can see that, I hope it focused and you can see it. 90 watts. That's 90 watts. Let's take a hit. And from what I've heard, it actually does a very decent cloud. That's only half open. I can't remember what the juice is called that's in it at the moment, but it's the juice that Vape Wild basically it's their version of like a Fruit Loops vape juice, but there you go. So let's discuss this tank. Let's first of all do one more hit on it though. This is with the airflow wide open. The last time it was only at half. Here it is at all the way open. Very good, very good. And from what I've been told, nice clouds as well. When you get this particular tank, you're going to get a 0.2 ohm coil and a 0.4 ohm coil. Now, I don't know which one is pre-installed. I don't remember. What I can tell you is, whichever one it is, all of their coils, including the mesh ones, unfortunately, they don't give you mesh coils in the box. Shame on you, UL. At any rate, I've got some mesh coils arriving, again, from Vape Wild. The mesh coils are $1 more than the stainless steel coils, but you get 4 in a box. So not a bad price at all. A little bit cheaper than some of the other mesh coils out there when you only get 3 in a box. Now, I obviously can't, do a down at the table thing that most sighted reviewers can. But we're going to discuss this from a blind person's point of view. The reason I purchased this particular tank is thanks to Mike Vapes and, oh, good Lord, who is the other one? Oh, gosh, I can't even think of his name right off the top of my head. Let's see. At any rate, there's 3 of them that I really watch. And let's see, I also watch Rip Trippers, and there's 2 others. So there's 4 total that I watch rather frequently. And, but it was Mike Vapes video who really got me to get this tank because of the fact that he was showing that the coils are underrated. The stainless steel coils are rated, I do believe, like 60 to 80 and 70 to 80. I'm using this one at 90 watts. No burn, I'm not burning the coil, no dry hits, no nothing. And you can chain vape on this thing. Watch. We'll do a couple hits here. That's one hit. That's 2 hits. 3 hits. And 4. 4 hits back to back to back to back. A lot of coils can't do that. You would have started tasting burn coil. This one handled it just fine. Not only did I chain vape it, but I chain vaped it higher than it's rated. So that UL underrated these coils. Let's just make sure I'm still being seen. I believe so. Now, there are a couple good things about this tank, and at least in my personal opinion, one thing that me personally, I don't like it. If I could find it, where is it at in this drawer? And I know I'm supposed to be prepared, and I'm not. Shame on me. Haha, there it is. All right, I knew it was in there. This is a Crown 3, and I use this as an example. They have sort of the same fill method. You unscrew the top like so, and as you can see on this one, there are 2 fill holes. There's one right there, and there's one right there. Now, the thing I like about this type of opening is you can put the tip of your juice bottle in one hole, blow across the other hole, and you can hear how full the tank is. Also, when you put the top on this one, this is still the Crown 3, what I do is instead of putting it on and just start tightening, what I do is I turn it counterclockwise. Let's see, how's it? There it goes. Hear how it kind of popped at me? And then I know I'm threading it correctly, and then I tighten it down. But the fact that it's got 2 fill ports is nice. Let's see. I don't have there's a Falcon tank that I have that's kind of the same type of fill method. So let's look at the fill method on this one. First of all, when you grab the top and turn it, it is a bit tighter. Now, when you're turning it, it actually stops. Now, it took me a minute to figure this out. I kept trying to turn, and I was actually starting to unscrew the tank from the bottom. It was starting to unscrew here, where the bottom of the tank and where the juice is, which is a very bad thing. So what I did find out is when it stops, you then just pull up on the lid. Okay, to put the lid back on, what can happen is you try to put it on, and you don't have to counterclockwise turn this one. What could happen is it's got to line up. So what you do is you just turn it. It's going to feel like it drops down, and then it's where it needs to be, and you just turn. Now, the one thing I do not like about this tank, let's take a look in here. Now, from what I've heard in the reviews, since I can't see, there are 4 fill holes in here. Okay. Now, to a blind person, though, we can't feel them, because to us, first of all, this area here is all sunk down in. It's all sunk down in, so we can't feel where the holes are. We can't tell where the 4 holes are. Like I was showing you on the Crown 3, we can, because it's not sunk down in, so we can feel where the holes are. I think that's my only con about this tank. I like the coils, the fact that they're the push kind. They're exactly like the Crown 3. You just pull the old coil out, and when you're ready to put the new one in, you just pop it up inside there. screw the tank back together, and you're good to rock and roll. I don't have mesh coils yet, so I can't tell you about, how those coils are, but what I can tell you is that the particular coil that's in here now, like I said, it's the pre-installed one, and I can't remember if it's the 0.2 or if it's the 0.4, but the flavor is, for a non-mesh coil, I'm really impressed. Very good taste. As a matter of fact, I've even noticed with some juices. Give me just one moment here. Actually, I was wrong. And I should have been able to tell that by the taste. I just wasn't paying attention. This time I did, because, yeah, that's not the Fruit Loops. That's the Banana Hammock. I've noticed that with this particular tank, and I'm not the only one that's noticed this. My girlfriend noticed it when she could smell it in the air. And I don't understand this, but here you go. With this coil, the banana actually comes out a little bit more than it does this particular tank here. I have the same juice in here. Now, this is my screen tank, and up until now, this one has been my absolute favorite. Now, I'm not saying it's not yet, because this one's mesh. This one right now is not. But with the screen tank, I've been tasting more of the strawberry than I do the banana. The banana's there. It's just it's like it's a bit buried. But with the Crown 4 tank and the coil that's pre-installed, the banana seems to stick out a little bit better, which is nice. This tank also seems to last a little bit longer with juice than, say, the screen tank or the or even my Mesh Pro tank that I have. I don't know if it's because it's a non-mesh coil, so maybe it's just not eating the juice as fast. I'll test that theory when I get my mesh coils. Well, not when I get them, because I'm not going to waste this coil, because I'm actually pretty impressed. One thing I will say also with this particular tank and particular coil is that when you do get to the end of the tank, you don't get that burnt taste right away. Now, you first of all, if you listen to the tank when you fire it for a split second, you can definitely hear there's fluid in here. When the tank is either empty or very close to empty, first of all, the taste will be a bit different. It won't be quite the burn taste right away, but you'll also be able to tell by the sound when you fire it that, ooh, it's just about empty, so you want to fill it up. I haven't really tried the trick of can you blow across it to see. I'm thinking there might be too many holes, or because this whole top is sunk in. That trick does not seem to work that you can do with the Crown 3. So that's kind of a bummer. But I will say this tank is definitely one you should look into. Flavor is great. I've got the tank at about half, I think. Let's see. Well, right now it's at full open. Hang on a moment. Trying to get it at half, since I can't really feel it, is a bit tricky, but let's see. Maybe about right here. Definitely good flavor, and you get a bit more warmth as well, which is really nice. Like I said, I've been using this particular coil at 90 watts. Mike Vapes chain vaped the mesh coil at 105 watts. Now, the mesh coil, if I'm not mistaken, is best between, it's either 1680 or 1780. it's not above 80. And he actually said that the sweet spot for it is about 95 watts. But he actually chain vaped it at 105. So, so you're definitely look if you're looking for a new tank to get, this one is definitely one to look at. I wasn't too sure because some of the reviews I had seen, some people weren't as impressed as I thought they might be. Mike Vapes, though, did give a really good review. Let me see real quick if I have... I don't... Yep, Vape Fagan. He's the one who also did a really good review on this particular tank. With the mesh coils. He's another one that you might want to take a look at. Vape Fagan. And if you need their, Mike Vapes and or Vape Fagan, if you need their URLs in YouTube, simply email me and I'll get you in the right direction so you can watch some of their videos. Suck My Mod. His name is Matt. He does really good on reviews. Let's see, like I said, Rip Trippers does good. These are ones that I definitely recommend you watch when new tanks come out. They do pretty good. And I do believe that's about all I've got for you guys. So we're going to just do one more hit here. Very good banana hammock. And for those of you who don't know, banana hammock is a strawberry banana milkshake. And the way I understand it, it's supposed to be a limited time. I made sure I've got enough, at least for a little while anyway. So, you guys take care, stay safe, keep vaping. And if you like the video, do thumbs up. If you don't, hey, it's all good. Teach their own. Have a good day, everybody.